So this was the test paper. So first one, what is the answer, Fatima? What is the answer for first question? A combination of two or more cells is called as an,
Battery.
Battery.
right? We can connect either parallelly or in the series way to produce the more voltage. The next one, when an electric circuit from the positive terminal of the battery to the battery is complete, the circuit is said to be closed circuit. Okay, if any disconnection or a breakage is happening between these two terminals, then it is called as an open circuit. Third one, current flows through the circuit when the circuit is in the dashed condition. Whenever the closing circuit is happened, only the current will flow from the
Closed.
to the negative terminal. Okay, next one, electrical wire connected in the circuit gets heated up when the current is allowed through flow.
Electric current
Heating
effect.
Heating effect of current.
Heating effect of current.
Heating effect of current.
Flowing filament
No
will.
sir, no sir.
Hmm.
So electric current is current.
So question 5 at a high temperature B.
Oh, so I thought fourth one.
Okay, so question number 5 is, generally the glowing filament will be due to the high temperature.
The high temperature.
So glowing filament means example bulb. Incandescent bulbs there in the olden times, right? That one.
Yes.
The next one, the heat energy produced by the glowing bulb can be minimized by
Sir,
using
CFL.
CFL bulbs.
CFL.
CFL bulb.
CFL bulbs. Next one,
Good evening, sir.
good evening. The wire which melts and breaks the circuit when large current is allowed to flow through it is
Sir, can you go up, sir, a bit?
question. So what is the answer for 7th?
A fuse wire.
Fuse wire.
Wire.
Whether fuse wire will be thick or the thin wire?
Thin.
Good. The fuse wire is normally thin only. If you take the thick wire, it will not break whenever the high electricity is passing through that. Understanding?
Sir. Yes, sir.
The next one, the piece is attracted by the electromagnet.
The iron.
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 Iron. Good. So about the electromagnet, we will study in today's class. With that, we will finish by this topic by today itself. The next one, when the current flowing through the fuse wire exceeds the safety limit, then
The melted away.
it will melt and it will break the circuit,
Yeah, sir. A1.
right?
Yes, sir.
When electric current passes through the wire, it behaves like a magnet. This is called as an.
The magnetic effect
Magnetic
of
effect.
current.
Magnetic effect of current.
I have given these two questions out of the topic which we discussed, but you have corrected. How many?
Sir, can you go to the fourth question, sir? I have a doubt in that.
Okay. How many attended these two questions correct?
Sir, me Aisha Fatima.
Okay, good.
Sir, I got 2 wrong.
I got 2 wrong.
Sir, I got the fourth one wrong, sir. Sir, I had written the answer as electrical effect of current, but it said that it's heating effect.
Last sir, I wrote correct on electrical.
Sir, yes, sir. I thought it's electrical current, sir. I thought it was the correct answer.
Electrical wire connected in the circuit gets heated up when current is allowing to flow it. This is due to the heating effect of the current is only the answer.
About this.
Sir, how, sir? Can you explain?
Suppose when you are passing the electricity through the wire, okay,
Yes, sir.
high voltage, what will happen? Suddenly the current will flow in the large quantity in the given wire. So what will happen? Just heat the wire, right? Suddenly small large voltage is coming into the wire now. So what is the principle of breaking the fuse? Fuse is for the safety purpose only, right? So whenever the suddenly the fluctuation of the current is happening due to the large voltage, the fuse wire will break because of heating effect only.
Okay, sir.
The same principle will also use here itself.
Okay, sir.
Remaining couple, is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So any doubts in this paper?
Sir, can you explain 10th one? Sir, I wrote electric effect of.
No, sir. The answer is Yes, sir.
Current passes through the wire, it behaves like a magnet. That is called as an electromagnet, actually. Okay. So whenever the
Okay, sir.
to the wire, it will show the magnetic properties also. It will have the magnetic effect also. That's what. Suppose if any high tension wire is going nearby, the people will say don't stand near the high tension wire. Why? Because it has a magnetic property to attract the substance, right?
Yes.
Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Whenever the electricity is passing through the wire, it will also have the magnetic field around it. So it will attract the substances.
Okay, sir.
Today's class will study about that electromagnetic field and all.
Sir?
Yeah.
Sir, like I had a network issue, so I joined late. Sir, actually, I have a doubt in the second one.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Sir, here they did not tell that it's closed or open, right? Sir, so I kept no change. Sir.
Okay, you tell me the one thing. If the circuit is open, will the electricity will pass?
Sir?
It is opened.
No, sir.
Breakage is happen in the circuit. Will the electricity will pass?
No, sir.
Closed, sir.
All right.
Yes, sir. Sir, it should be closed.
The same.
Okay, sir.
If this, if you want to flow the current from the positive terminal of the battery to the negative terminal of the battery, the circuit should be closed, right? First,
Yes, sir.
then only the electricity will pass from positive to the negative terminal. That's what is given in here.
Okay, sir.
What about Raghav during the class?
No, sir, he's not there.
So, continue with the topic.
Yes, sir. I understood.
So just wait 1 minute. I will come and join you back. Yeah. So this is the topic we discussed in up to the last class about the fuse. So what is the safety, importance of the fuse in the homes, and different structures of the fuse in the olden days and nowadays, right? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
Today I think we have done this also, right? Overloading effect in the case of house wiring.
Yes, sir, we have done this.
Yeah. So in shortcut, what you will say overloading, whenever you are placing all the electrical appliances only in one socket. Okay. So different appliances require the different amount of voltage. Each one require 220 volts. Yes or no? So whatever the instruments are there or appliances are there, all will require minimum of 220 volts in your home. Okay. So all connected at one place itself, what will happen? It will cause the overloading. If overloading happen now, it has to require the large amount of current. Due to that, the wires get heated up. So short circuit will happen. That is the one chance for the short circuiting. The next one, what is the main thing? So next one, what is the main cause for the large current flow in the household?
Sir, like big appliances like a fridge, washing machine. Sir, and like sir, AC, chimney.
Okay. So next one is the main thing about the short circuit. What is the term short circuit? Wherever the two wires are joining together, right? Suppose
Yes, sir.
you take the fan. Generally, two wires will come from the switchboard to the fan. Or you take any electrical
Yes, sir.
appliances, it will have the two wires. Okay, one is the live wire, the other one is the neutral wire. What is the two wires?
Sir, U wire and
Live, live wire means which will carry the electricity.
okay, sir.
Neutral wire.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Suppose you have the tester in your home. If you place the tester inside the plug, in one of the socket, either left side or the right side, you will get the current. The bulb will glows. But in another hole of the socket, the bulb will not glows. Will you do this experiment today?
Sir? Sir, we should have tester, right?
Yeah, test.
Yes, sir. We have to.
Okay, just keep the tester itself. Don't keep any other things because it will give electric shock first thing.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
It will be like screwdriver.
Screwdriver will not identify because there will not be
It will be like screwdriver.
yeah, tester will be like screwdriver. I will, if you want, I will show the image.
Sir,
Can you show?
the tester has a bulb, so it will glow when electricity passes.
Sir, is it a tester or texter?
Tester, electrical tester, we will say, right?
Electrical tester.
Just wait a minute.
Okay, sir.
Have you seen this type of things in your home?
Yes, sir, lot of times.
Hmm?
Yeah, sir. Like this will keep is this switch working or not? We'll keep this and they'll on something, sir.
Okay. Suppose you take the
Then I
electrical
have to.
plug socket. Okay. When you place the tester in the left side hole of the plug socket, mostly it will not close the bulb. Okay. But when you place in the right side now, the bulb inside the tester will close when the switch is in on position. That means if you take any device, it will have the two connections. Okay, two wires will be there. One is a live wire, LIV live wire. The other one is a neutral. Clear?
Yes, sir.
So now can I show?
Hmm.
Yes, sir, I'm showing.
Yeah, that's the tester. Good.
1 minute.
But even I have tester.
1 minute. Yeah. Okay. Like it'll be like drivers. Screw that.
Small
So tester, when you capture that MCB or a hole, you will get the red color, like it will show the red color.
Okay. So if you only can do it, okay, in the presence of your parents or brothers, okay, don't do directly.
Yes, sir.
If you take any appliances, it will have the two terminals. One is a positive, the other one is a negative. Positive terminal is attached to the live wire. The negative terminal is attached to the neutral wire. So wherever these cases, wherever these two wires touch each other, due to the wear and tear of the insulator or the coating of the wire, the short circuit will happen. Understanding? These two
Yes, sir.
through the fan or the bulb or any other electrical appliances will touch together now because all the wires run parallelly in the pipe, right? If you see outside, there will not be see any wire, but inside that we have so many pipes inside the roof of the building or the walls of the building. So wherever due to the tear and wear, two wires touch will not, it will cause a short circuit. Understanding? So what will happen? The current will come and pass through all the wires. It will pass through the neutral wire. It will come to the live wire. So it will damage the electrical appliances. In some cases, it will catch the fire also. You can see the so many incidences happening due to the short circuiting of electricity in the factories or in the homes even. Have you heard the news like this?
So in our house also it's happened.
Okay.
Sir, we can test it.
Mhm.
Sir, nothing. Sir.
Okay. So to avoid the short circuiting, what you have to do? You have good quality wires, which are having that, right? We should check our electrical connection properly each and every time. You have to use a good quality of electrical appliances. Understanding? Okay. Even the short circuit is happening, if any safety device like MCPs are there in the home, it will avoid the serious effects. It will avoid the danger.
Here the MCB will trip.
Yeah, what will happen if anywhere short circuit is happening in the home? MCB automatically will turn the electrical switches off, right? It will automatically disconnect the complete electric circuit in the home. Okay. Same as the fuse. Whenever the high current is passing through the electrical wires due to the heating effect, the fuse wire will melt. But here MCBs will not work on the heating effect of the current. It will work on the magnetic effect of the current. Understanding? So MCB
Yes, sir.
safety device in the home, wherever the short circuit is happening, it will disconnect automatically or it will automatically turn off the circuit. So it works on the principle of magnetic effect of the current. It works on the principle of magnetic effect of the current. Okay, have you seen this type of switches in the wall? There will be some box will be there nearby electrical boards. In that box, you can see this type of switches.
So there will be like a great door to it.
We'll have the one door also will be there for that box. Or in some cases, the pump motor switches also will be like this only, right? The bore pump motors or something like that. Okay. Are you there or not?
Sorry.
Yes, sir.
Satvika?
Yes, sir. There.
Yeah, read this paragraph. Sure.
Electric current is supplied by a household through two insulated wires which run together and reach each and every electrical appliances. One insulated wire is called live wire and the other insulated wire is called neutral wire, and both these wires are necessary for the working of an electrical appliance, say an electrical iron. So if in case the plastic insulation of the live wire and the neutral wire gets worn due to wear and tear, then the two naked wires touch each other. So this touching of live wire and neutral wire directly is known as a short circuit, due to which a large current flows through the household wiring, and this large current may heat the wires to a dangerous high temperature and a fire may be started. Note, always use proper fuses which have been specified in the manual.
Sorry.
Always use proper fuses which have been specified in the manual in place of a fuse.
Okay.
Such a
Any doubts in this?
Oh,
Understand, right? What is the meaning of live wire and the neutral wire?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So next one is MCB. Nikhil, read that paragraph MCB.
Sir?
Read that paragraph of MCB.
This word increasingly being used is the place of fuses. MCB does not work on the heating effect of current as it works on the magnetic effect of current. These switches automatically turn off when the current in a circuit exceeds the safe limit. We turn them on and the circuit is once again completed.
Good. Next. Any doubts in this? What is the principle behind the working of MCB?
Magnetic effect of
sir, I didn't understand, sir.
Didn't understand.
The magnetic effect of current, right, sir?
Yeah. See, MCB means what is the full form? Miniature circuit breaker.
Circuit.
The name itself is the. Why it will break the circuit? Whenever there is a short circuiting. Short circuiting means what? Joining of two wires. What are those two wires again? Live wire and the neutral wire. So wherever the place the joining of the live wire and the neutral wire happens, huge amount of electricity will flow so that the wires get heated up. Understanding?
Yes, sir. We are
Yes, sir.
Producing the fire. So before the wire get heated up that much, the MCB will come into the picture and will break the circuit. So whenever the MCB turn off or disconnect the circuit now, the current will not flow. If the current will not flow now, the wires will not get heated up that much, right?
Yes,
Yes or no?
yes, sir.
So we can avoid the fire accidents. With the wire,
okay, sir.
we can avoid the fire accidents in this way. So, but it is not working on the principle of heating element of the current. If you take fuse, which will work on the element of heating effect of the current, but MCB is working on the magnetic effect of the current. So whenever the short circuit is happening, it will it will break based upon the magnetic effect of the current. Clear now?
Yes, sir.
So this is the MCB circuits, which you can see in every household nowadays. Okay.
Sir, like we'll have a big rectangular box, sir. In that we'll have, sir.
Yeah.
So can I read?
Wait. So next one is the magnetic effect of the electric current. That means what? Whenever the electricity is passing through the electrical wire, it will also shows the magnetic effect. So this phenomenon is only called as an magnetic effect of the current. Who discovered this magnetic effect of the current?
Sir Hans Christian Ost.
Hans Christian Ørsted. Who discovered
Yes, sir.
magnetic effect of the current?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So how he discovered that one? Just he has taken one live wire. He has placed it here.
Yes, sir.
So when you know the magnetic compass, right? Always shows from north and south direction itself.
Yes, sir.
Okay, sir.
Right. So when you place this magnetic compass nearby the current wire, it will deflect. Deflecting means it will move in the unusual directions in the north to south.
Okay. Okay, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So straight wire. So this magnetic effect is commonly in the case of straight wire or the coiled wire.
So coiled wire.
Good. This magnetic effect will be more. It will be there in both the cases, but more effective will be there in the case of coiled wire. Coiled wire means what? Whenever you take some material and you are just rolling the wire, electrical wire on it in the circular way. Understanding?
Yes.
So this magnetic effect will be increased in the case of coiled wire compared to the straight wire. Okay. Again, instead of a normal wounded, if you wound on some iron particles, it will be having more effect. The magnetic effect will be more. So it will act as a electromagnets. Understanding? Electromagnets. That means a magnet made by using the electrical current. The simple term of electromagnet means what? The magnet made by using the electrical current. Now electrical current energy is used to attract the substance, right? Yes or no? With the help of the...
Yes.
So electromagnets are the permanent magnets or the temporary magnets? Is electromagnet
I think temporary.
temporary magnets, because when we pass the electricity itself, it will attract the substance. It will act as a magnet. When you turn off the electricity, it will not act as a magnet, right? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So it is a temporary magnet which will work only based upon the electricity. Whenever the electricity is on, it will act as a magnet. Whenever the current is off, it will not behave as a magnet. Okay. So it is a magnet made by using the electric current. So electromagnet works on the magnetic effect of the current only. Again, the electromagnets depends upon the magnetic effect of the current. Electromagnet consists of the coil of insulated wire wrapped on the piece of iron particles. Okay, which is magnetized only when electric current is passed through the coil. Okay, you can see one circuit diagram of the electromagnet.
Sir, can we play 7 to 7:15 quiz?
Yeah, we'll do that one. Once we finish the topic, we'll play the quiz. Okay.
Yes.
So this is the last topic only, electromagnets. Okay. So whenever the electricity is...
There are classes till 7 right?
So can I read next?
So I'll explain this paragraph and you can read, okay, afterwards. So whenever the electricity is passing through the coiled wire, which is rounded on the or wounded on the iron particles, then it is called as an electromagnet, which will attract that thing. So it is also called as a permanent temporary magnet only. Okay. So what are the uses of electromagnet?
Yes, sir.
Question: what is the use?
Sir,
Hmm?
sir, the uses of electromagnets. These magnets are used in electrical appliances such as electrical bell, electrical fan, electrical motor, electrical alarm or bell. Yes, sir. These magnets have their utilization in the electric generators, where the very strong magnet field is required for deflecting electron beam of the picture tube of the TV. Electromagnets are used for the magnetic separation of iron ores from the earthy substance. Electromagnets are used for preparing strong permanent magnets. Electromagnets are used.
So what is the first one?
Sir, like it is used in electric bell, like this electric.
So wait some time. So these magnets are used in the electrical appliances such as electrical bells. Okay. So when you are turning on the switch of the electrical bell only, it will produce the sound, right? It will be there in the schools. Okay. They also will use the principle of electromagnets and the electrical fans. So when you turn on the switch, the electricity will pass through into the fan coil. So again inside the coil, it will act as a magnetic field only. Due to that only the fan will rotate. Same in the electric motor. Okay, all these are the appliances for the electromagnets, which are the most common in our surroundings. Electric bell, fans, electric motors, pumps and all. The next one, these magnets have their utilization in electric generators, which are very strong magnetic field is required. So you know about the generators also nowadays, which are can see in every apartment, right? In that case also we use the electric magnets only. So for deflecting electron beam of the picture tube of TV, electromagnets are used. So in the olden days, you have the monitor TVs are there, right? So in that also we'll use the electromagnet for deflecting the electron beam. Electron beam is nothing but a beam of negative charged particles. So beam of negative charged particles will be deflected with the help of these electromagnets only. The next one is the fourth one. If you take any waste articles or if you take any garbage, in that if you want to separate the magnetic substance and the non-magnetic substance as a separate, what you do, we'll take the electromagnet. Just when you turn on the electricity now, it will attract all the magnetized substance like iron particles. So which one separate the magnetized substance with the non-magnetized substance. The last one is for preparing the strong permanent magnets, electromagnets are used. These are the 5 important points about the use of electromagnets. Any doubts?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Sir, can I read?
Sir, can I didn't get charged?
Yeah, Jay, just now you read paragraph, right? 5 points. So next one, advantage.
Sir, should I?
Yes.
Sir, can I?
So Steve, Ritik, I will give you chance.
Advantages of electromagnets over permanent magnets. An electromagnet is a temporary form of the magnet because its magnetism is only for the duration of current flowing on its coil. Actually, an electromagnet is better than a permanent magnet in many respects. There are some of the advantages of the electromagnets over the permanent magnets, which are stated as follows. First one, the magnetism of an electromagnet can be switched on and off as desired, while it is not possible with a permanent magnet. Second point, by increasing the number of turns in the coil and by increasing the current passing through the coil, as electromagnet can be made very strong. On the other hand, a permanent magnet cannot be made so strong.
Good. Clear or any doubts in this paragraph?
So there are no doubts, sir.
So last topic is electric bell. So Ritvik,
Yes, sir. Electric bell. An electric bell works on the magnetic effect of current. It has electromagnet in it. Let us study in the construction and working as well. Construction of electric bell. The electric bell has a U-shaped electromagnet. There is a small iron bar called armature, which is H divided. Sir, what we can say that, sir?
okay.
HD in front of the poles of the electromagnet. The lower end of the iron bar is attached to a flat spring, and the flat spring itself fixed to a metal bracket. The upper part end of the iron bar have a clapper attached to it. A metal going to is fixed near the clapper. Working of an electric bell. In order to ring the bell, first of all, we press the push button switch in order to ring the bell. So, when we press the switch, then the electric circuit of the bell is completed and a current passes through the coil of the electromagnet and it gets magnetized. The electromagnet attracts the iron armature towards itself. So, as the armature towards the poles of the electromagnet, the clapper attached to it strikes the gong and produces a ringing sound. This implies the bell rings.
Finished.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Uh,
Sir, shall I read?
So next one, Chaitanya.
sir, can I?
Ahana. Is it Ahana?
No, sir.
Srushti already read, right? One back.
Yes, sir. I
Sir,
will.
can I read?
Who is that?
Sir, Aisha Fatima.
Yeah, Fatma, please read. You already got the chance. We'll give the new one.
Sir,
Javier, Ahana.
when the armature moves towards. Sir, can I read?
Yeah, continue.
Yes, sir. When the armature moves towards the magnet, its contact with the contact screw is broken. Due to this, the electric circuit breaks and no current flows in the electromagnet coil. The electromagnet loses its magnetism for a moment, and the armature is no longer attracted by it. The flat spring brings back the iron armature to its original position, and the clapper also moves away from the gong. As soon as the armature comes back and touches the contact screw, the circuit is completed and current starts flowing in the electromagnet coil again. The electromagnet attracts the iron armature once again, and the clapper strikes the gong again, producing a ringing sound. So this process of make and break of the electricity circuit continues as long as we are pressing the switch. Due to this, the armature vibrates forwards and backwards rapidly each time, making the clapper strike the gong. Thus, the clapper strikes the gong rapidly, producing an almost continuous sound.
Okay. So we have seen the electrical bulb here. What is the working principle also? So just we'll watch one video so that it will be clear for us. Okay. This is the most common thing which you'll have in the school, right? Electrical bells. So just wait a minute.
Sir, after the video, can we play quiz?
Yeah, we'll do that one. Okay.
An electromagnet is
Hear the sound.
Yes, sir, we can hear.
any conductor such as a straight wire through which electric current is flowing is an electromagnet. That's because there's a magnetic field around it. However, we can make the magnet strong by wrapping the wire around a piece of iron such as an iron nail. Even if the current is the same in both cases, this one will result in a stronger magnetic field. Now, there are some factors on which the strength of the electromagnet depends. The current flowing in the wire is one of them. If we increase the flow of the current in the wire, the strength of the magnetic field of this electromagnet will also increase. Is there any other way? Yes, there is. Another way to increase the strength of this magnetic field is by increasing the number of turns of the wire around the nail. More the number of turns, stronger the magnetic field will be. We will learn about these factors in much more detail in our higher grade. In this video, we will see a few applications of electromagnet. So where do we use them? You must have seen large machines used to lift up cars. They have an electromagnet in them. This electromagnet is so strong that it can lift the whole weight of the car. Electromagnets are also used to separate metal objects from a pile of junk. Now, what if I tell you that they are used in the fastest trains around the world? Yes.
So what is the application here?
That's like electromagnet works to lift the cars, and the electromagnet used to separate the metallic parts from the non-metallic parts.
Good. You heard the term like fastest train in the world? Some monorail
Yeah.
or the fastest bullet trains and all is there, right?
So fastest
Yes,
bullet
sir.
train.
Yeah, which works on the electromagnet.
Sir, I know that
Hyperloop, you know, right? Nowadays, technology is coming as a hyperloop.
Sir, I know the fastest bullet train, sir.
Okay. So the fastest object can also move in the with the help of electromagnet only, like hyperloop technology and all.
The Shanghai maglev
sir,
train
the
is
fastest,
touted as the world's
Sir, can I tell what is the fastest bullet train in the world?
What is the answer?
Sir, Shanghai maglev.
It's already came it, right?
Yes, sir. Shanghai maglev.
fastest train, and it works on the concept of electromagnetism. Let's understand the use of electromagnets in simple devices such as electric bells. Yes, most of the bells we see nowadays are electric bells. Here's a very simplistic diagram of an electric bell. This is the inner structure of the bell. Let me first tell you the names of the basic components. This is a push switch, which is nothing but the switch we press when we ring the bell. This is a coil of wire wound around an iron piece. There could be two coils of wire wound around an iron piece as well. Remember, we've just drawn a simplistic version of the actual circuit. So it will act as an electromagnet when the electric current flows through the circuit. This is a battery and this is a striker which strikes this gong. That's when we hear the sound. So we can see that this is a circuit that can be formed. It's not complete. Why is it not complete? Well, we haven't pressed the switch yet. When we push the button, this circuit gets completed and the current flows from the positive to the negative terminal. But when the current flows through the coil, it becomes an electromagnet. This electromagnet then attracts this soft iron towards it. And in the process, the striker strikes the gong and the sound is produced. But notice what happens when the striker hits the gong. As soon as the soft iron is shifted away from its original spot, the circuit breaks. It no longer connects this wire with the terminal of the battery. And when the circuit breaks, the current stops flowing. So this electromagnet gets demagnetized, after which the soft iron goes back to its start position. This process will continue until the switch is open again. As soon as we release the push button, the circuit breaks and the bell stops ringing. That's the basic electromagnet then attracts the magnet when the...
Is it clear now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Can I tell the working of an electromagnet? Sorry, electric bell.
Can I repeat again?
Sir, can I tell the working of an electric bell?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Sir, so when the switch of the bell is on and the electric current flow through the coil of wire which makes the iron piece attracted to it,
and it acts like a in that case it will act like electromagnet. And since the iron piece attracts to the hammer towards it, the hammer hits the bell and the sound is produced. As the hammer moves towards the iron piece, it moves away from the contact of the screw, which breaks down the circuit. And as the circuit breaks, the wire of coil stop receiving any current, which makes it to the electromagnet. So it loses its electromagnet and it is non-magnetized. As a result, the hammer falls back into original position. Then as the hammer falls back, the iron string again comes into the contact with the contact screw, and the circuit gets completed. This again turns the iron piece into an electromagnet, and this whole process will continue until the bell is switched off.
Bell?
Sir?
Any doubts in the principle of electrical bell?
No, sir. No doubt. No, sir.
No, sir.
Just wait a minute.
Sir, your voice is very low.
Now it is clear. I hope so.
Sir?
Yeah. So we'll play a quiz on this.
Yes, sir. We are ready.
And we have finished this chapter also. Electrical effects and this current. Electrical currents and its effects, sorry. So this is the last topic. If you have any doubts in this topic, you can ask me.
No, sir.
If you have any doubts on this topic,
No, sir. No doubt.
No, sir. No doubt.
remaining people.
No, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay, just wait a minute. I'll the quiz link and I'll upload it.
Sir, Teams?
Not individual only.
Sir, now today how many questions, sir?
I'll check it and I'll tell you.
Sir?
Wait a minute, I'll check. So we'll have today 15 questions.
Sir,
Okay,
15.
sir.
Sir, can you say the code, sir?
You can check the chat box now.
Sir, can you send the code?
Join the quiz, raise your hand.
I joined, sir.
Okay.
Boom.
Sir, who is science?
It's me.
Okay.
Sir, time limit? Sir, can you? Sir, time limit, right? Hello, sir.
So we'll
Sir,
start
for how many minutes are you giving the time limit?
5 minutes.
Sir, can you start?
No. Wait a minute.
Sir,
Only 8 people has joined. Remaining 5.
Yes, sir. 9 people.
9.
Raise your hands after you join the quiz link.
Yeah.
Ahana Singh, Chaitanya, Gohit, Ishan. Join fast. Ahana Singh, Chaitanya, Gohit, and Ishan.
Sir, 1 second, it's not joining.
Sir, 10 members.
Sir, who is that?
Sir, 1 second.
Long
Sir,
sat, sir, someone with a long
Who is
sat
long
long.
sat?
Yeah, that is me, Chaitanya. Before I could change my name, I got logged in.
Okay.
Sir, I'm logging in. 1 second, sir. Okay, I'm in, sir. 1 second.
Yeah.
Yes, sir, I'm in.
Sir, who is this log?
Yes.
Long sat.
Remaining
Still 2 members.
Ahana Singh and Gohit.
Only one. I think so.
Gohit and Ahana.
No, 2. Yeah,
Respond.
sir, you're also there, so it's
3.
Sir, you can start off, sir.
Yeah, sir, they joined.
wait, sir, we'll check the time. 8. Sir, you can start at 9, sir. 7, 9. So it would be a correct time.
Okay. So up to 7:14, the quiz link will be activated. Just start the quiz. Okay.
Yes, sir.